Are you looking for ways to use up your scrap paper? How about a last-minute gift using scrap paper? Come on in, that's what we're gonna make today on this video. I'm Dawn, creator of DD Creates Crafts, and this is the channel for simple, duplicatable cards that you'll feel successful making from day one and you'll enjoy making over and over and over again. I want you to watch this video till the end because I want you to learn every little detail on how to make this gift. Are you ready to create some crafts? I'm gonna turn us down and get us started. Here we go. All right, make sure you could see good. And right now you are looking at our gift. These are teeny tiny little notepads. Look how cute they look on the inside. And we are gonna make this today. I'm gonna show you how to make it. And do you know you're gonna make this for about 33 cents? What I want you to do, the only other thing you're gonna need in addition to your scrap paper is these little notepads that you get at the dollar store. Let's call it the $1.25 store now, and it's $5 to a packet. That's why I'm saying we can make these gifts for about 32, 33 cents a piece and put in some cellophane with some shred and a beautiful bow. This is gonna look like a knock-dead, gorgeous gift. And look at all the occasions you can make these for. Think of it. Teacher gifts, hostess gifts, girlfriend gifts, stocking stuffers, Easter bag stuffers, just any kind of little small thinking of you type of gift will do beautifully with our little notepads. So let's get started. Step one, you're gonna need some leftover designer series pattern paper, a little bit bigger than the teeny tiny scraps we've been working with on the previous videos. So this one, if you're watching your pattern, if it goes in one direction like mine is doing, you are gonna run it on the horizontal so it'll show nicely on this thingamabobby. We're gonna call it a notepad. All right, so 10.5, and it's gonna be a pinch more than what you need, the 10.5, but we can customize it with our fussy cutting in a little bit. And then the other thing is 3.25, but I want you to come up one more notch. So what is that? 3, let me think, 3 and, oh golly, 3 3/8. I don't have my magic. DD Creates Crafts. Oh, I think, let me look, did I cut that too skinny? I cut it too skinny. I'm gonna do it again. How nice is that? So we are gonna cut it at, come up to 3.5 and then go beyond till right there. So I think that is the 3 5/8. But if you need a little ruler, I've got a PDF DD Creates Crafts ruler on Dawn Davis 1 stampitup.com anyway, .net. I'll put the link down below. So this is step one to cut your designer's series paper that's gonna wrap around our notepad. Step two, we are going to cut the inside piece. So for step two, for the inside, we're going to need 5 inches by 3.5, and again, go a little beyond it, you guys. Little beyond 3.5. Then step 3, we're gonna cut, I'm gonna tell you 3.5, but we're gonna go just a hair beyond 3.5, and then we're gonna cut at 2.5. Now if you've only got 2.25, I'm so sorry, 2.25. If you have 2.5, or if you only have 2, that's okay. The width is not as important, and width in that direction is not as important as the length to fit the front of our notepad. And then I'm gonna have you cut a little piece of white or light that will match the back of your pretty pattern paper. And this is gonna get layered onto this piece. So again, you can see we can be a little bit flexible with the white or light piece. I've got 1.25, you could do 1.5, 1 3/4. 2 I think would be overkill and cover up too much of our pretty, but let's say 1.25, 1.5, depending what you like, and then 3.5 extending a little beyond the 3.5. So this is gonna get lined up on this piece, and then it's gonna go on the outside for the decoration. This is gonna go on the inside, just so you know what we're doing before we get to doing. So I'm gonna put away our cutting piece right now. the paper trimmer, and I'm going to show you another thing. When you order the Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up! One, this is the paper that I'm using. It's called Hand Pinned Petals. And here's all your little pieces, fronts and backs. Gorgeous. This is retiring. This is retiring. So you want to get a couple of these. I've already got a couple. This is so beautiful for spring and summer, isn't it? And look, this coordinates with this coordinates with this. Gorgeous. You could put this one with that one. They're so pretty, which is why I chose them. And then on the back, when you order a package, is this piece of little, not cardstock, let's call it chipboard. It's a hair thinner than chipboard. And the back tells you which solid colors coordinate with the print pattern paper. So we're gonna actually use some of this as well. I'm actually gonna have you cut a piece that will fit the front of our notepad from the dollar store. So let me look what the front would be, and that would be the 5 by a little bit more than 3.5. So this we're gonna put on the front to give it a little more stability. We're not gonna glue it down. And then what we're gonna do now, because we've done step 1, 2, 3, and 4 of our cutting, the next step I'm gonna do is have us die cut with our mini Stampin' Die machine, the actual playful alphabet with the mini Stamp and Emboss machine, and I got the word notes. And I have used this to make the playful alphabet to use for the word spring, like springtime. I've used it for the word baby to make a baby card when I don't necessarily have a baby card for showers. I just do the word baby. So we're going to use these for our decorating. And so step 1 for our adhering is we're going to take our long pattern paper that we measured at the 10.5 by 3.5. And this could be too long, and that's okay. I want you to line it up on the bottom. Yes, your cardboard, let's call it, chipboard is, so you've got your notepad, chipboard, and then the long piece. I just want this to be crystal clear for you. Tap it, line it up, pinch it towards the top, and then we're gonna fold it to cover up the top. And then we're gonna fold it again to cover up the bottom. You see mine's too long? Good, I'm glad, because it would be worse if it was too short. Right now, stamping on it again to make sure my front is perfect. And I'm gonna come back with my bone folder and give us a nice sharp crease. And we are gonna adhere this down in the front, and then before we go ahead and clip that excess off, I just really, really, really want it to fit for you, and I'd rather it go too long than too short, because we can fix too long, we cannot fix too short. So the first thing I want to do, I think what I'm going to do, I just changed my mind. You can glue this. I want it to be extra strong, so I'm going to put a little bitty piece of tear and tape towards the bottom. This was on a whim. This isn't even part of my directions for you, so you don't have to do this. You can use glue. But I just want mine extra strong. Oops, I just thought of something that'd be easier. I'm gonna bring in my paper trimmer and line up the part where I have my little tear and tape. And now I'm gonna put some glue along the edges and a little in that corner, because my tear and tape didn't quite go through the end. I'm going to get it careful along the edges, and then I'm going to put a little strip of glue across the top. And with my glue, I'm just with my bottle tip is pushing the glue around. Now to get it perfectly lined up, goes this way, yes. I'm going to start at the bottom in the side and push this piece of pattern paper right into that little lip right against this little lip because it takes the guesswork out of lining it up for us. What? Beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you don't have a piece of the chipboard that I got from the designer series paper, ta-ta, you could cut up a gift box. Yeah, that's just the top or bottom of a gift box. So this is now going to lay on top of our notepad, and we are going to focus more on the tippy top right here. Putting some glue along. I am going to make sure I get some glue in to the cracks and crevices of I get quiet when I think, isn't that funny? In the cracks and crevices of the fold right there, where we have our crease. And now I'm going to push to make sure. I'm going to push from the front in the pad. I'm kind of ignoring the back right now. And I want to push and make sure it is right in there. And maybe I would need a stronger, or I'm seeing, I think I do, fold. So I'm going to manipulate that with my fingers and hold it down and come back with my little crease tool, make sure that's all mushied in there. Is that my bottom? Yep. So holding everything in place carefully, focusing on the front part. My glue's starting to work. Hip, 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 hooray. All right, I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. I feel like I'm blocking your view with my cardstock there, with my pattern paper. So there, I put some glue. You can see it's already starting to dry right there. So we are just going to start from the fold, would you call it? I don't know what you call it. The top, let's call it, because I can't think of the word right there. Towards the bottom. So let me get my bone folder. Start up here where we've got all our nice glue and come down to the bottom. Now there's our excess, but I'd rather have too much than too little. How about you? So let's get our nice, here they are, precise detailed scissors. And now we can use that as a template. And now, we can cut any excess off. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't that just the sweetest so far? If we stopped right there, we'd be thrilled, right? So now, I've got my inside. Now you see how this piece of paper stuck? Sometimes I've had that issue. So I'm going to tear that piece of paper off, and that needs to be gummed down a little more. However, I want to do my inside piece now. Whoa, Nellie, my finger's stuck to my my glue holder, which is another video if you're needing a glue holder that we made with scrap paper. This guy. Ta-da! It turns my glue upside down for me so that it'll keep the glue on the ready as I'm crafting. Now we are April. Happy April 1. I'm not even going to say April Fools. I don't have any jokes for you. Now I don't like that. This looks a little too skinny for my personal taste. Ugh, boogers. I might trim that down. Let me go to one side. Yeah, I'm going to go to one side, you guys. Still put a little more glue in there because I pulled it open gently to lay down this inside decorative piece. There we go. Or do I? I might be ready for a new bottle. Hold on. There I go. I got a nice little puddle now where I don't want it. All right, you see that? And I don't like it. I'm going to trim it off. So tuck that back in. It does take a few minutes, you guys, for this ending part to be beautiful. So we're just going to continue, and know it's going to take a little bitty bit to dry, and then I'll come back with my scissors and see that long exposed part. I'll cut that off, probably just on that one side. So let me see if that's the top. This is my top. So now we're going to decorate it. So let's put, do I want that? Ooh, that's cute too. A little busy. Okay, I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to do my white. Look, I just dipped it into my puddle. Isn't that a hoot? I'm like, I gotta use my glue. I can't waste my puddle. Too funny. So we push that around. And now we're going to adhere it down. Again, you could use your paper trimmer if you want to make sure this is lined up perfectly. And one of these I made, it was either too short or too long on one of the sides, so I really used the paper trimmer to line it all up. Because I'd rather have one side lined up, and I can manipulate the other side, don't you think? We could hide it with a embellishment, we could cut it. So this I'm gonna adhere. I tend to go, I don't love centered stuff. So you guys know me, I love to go top or bottom, just slightly askew. For me, it's a little, I don't know, what would you call it? It's not contemporary, but it's a little more interest, just something different than having it just in the middle. I did get some coordinating ribbon. I'm going to tie a bow. I have got my ABCs, my alphabet, which we'll put across here. And then those of you that watch Friday's video, is today Friday? Tuesday's video, this is one of the flowers I made from scrap paper. So I thought I'd put that on our notebook as well and use something that we made from another video. So there's another idea for you. When you're ordering these products, this is April of 2022, and this is my host code. And you'll see in the description area, when you order using my host code, you get some freebie stuff. So you'll get to see that in the descriptive section. And what I'm doing with these products, a lot of the products I'm using, I shared the hand pin petals, definitely these playful alphabet that we're about to use. These are on sale, they're retiring. So when things retire, they go on sale. So I want you to be able to take advantage of sales and get what you love so you don't run out if it's retiring. And I tell you about this because I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I really want to save you money when and where I can. I'm going to put these askew and slightly crooked just to add some interest. So if you don't have a demonstrator already, I'm hoping you will order your fun sale items today with me. And then I can help you anytime you need some help with my videos, with my newsletter, with freebies. I have all kinds of fun stuff for you. Now, I'm almost done with this. Tell me who you would give these notepads for, meaning not the literal person, but what kind of occasion would you give and make your notepads for? Have you thought of some other than I haven't mentioned, like the Easter baskets and for adult children, of course? Although, if I made this a little more childlike, I think my grandchildren would like this too. They love, my granddaughter in particular, loves to write stories. I just think that's precious. And of course she's a genius, because aren't all our grandchildren geniuses? Yes, they are. I'm putting some glue dots on the bottom of this guy, of our flower. Oh, so cute. Let me see where I'm gonna want my bow and flower. I might put it, I'm gonna put it towards the bottom, you guys, because that way, let me put it there and just make sure that's what I want. My fingers are so sticky from that glue, it's not even funny. I'm gonna make myself a bow, which I typically don't do on camera, so I'm so self-conscious of making bows on camera. Sometimes I will. Well, bows I'm pretty good at on camera. You know what I'm not good at on camera? Stamping. Nope. So that's why, for myself, true confessions, I have a Stamparatus. And after did I go this way? I went this way. After I feel like we have all these scrap paper videos we can handle, and we thoroughly know how to use up our scrap paper, I'm going to do a video series on the Stamparatus. Now, Stamparatus is like, it's our version of a machine that makes stamping perfect every time. But it does so much more than that, that I literally will have a whole series on how to do that. I think I showed you both notepads, didn't I? There's another one. Now these are called Genial Gens. Genial, G-E-N-I-A-L. These are on sale. And you know, gemstones from anywhere are not cheap. And look how gorge they match. These are kind of peachy and greeny, and I say peachy and greeny because they tend to blend with a lot of colors, in my humble opinion. And these actually were part of the suite that comes with the hand pinned petals. So these are retiring. And because I don't have to worry about stamps, I am definitely using my bigger ones, and I'm just putting it anywhere, everywhere I want. They're so stinking cute. Now, if you're having fun, if you have learned something, I'm gonna ask you to go do this. Go boop and hit the like button. It just helps more people see my videos. All right, we're gonna open. There's the inside. This is still sticking a little bit. I'm not gonna peel it off yet because I really want this top part to be solidly glued before I rip it off. So look at these precious, precious notepads. Precious. And if you are in the month of April 2022, here's your host code. You can get a free card kit from me, my monthly card kits, and get it for free, or a spool of ribbon and or some free gemstones. All is my thank you to you. Now, to get more videos just like this one, especially if you're enjoying the scrap paper series, I want you to hit that subscribe button while it's fresh on your mind before we hang up together. And please don't worry about subscribing, about privacy and invasion and all that good stuff. No one contacts you and your name is not made public. So I want you to remember the last chance sale, which is the retiring products. I'm going to turn you up now so that we can say goodbye to each other. And with the last chance products, the retiring products, I looked down so I could grab this and share with you. Woo! So we've got the hand pin petals, the playful petals, this paper, the pretty one that I used on the inside, that one too, is on sale, and that and the gems. I've intentionally made so many products that are on sale for you so that you can take advantage of the sale using what? The host code. All right, remind me, tell me, what are your ideas in the comment section of occasions and people we could give our notepads to? Hope you liked this. Hope you'll come back on Tuesday where we're gonna do some more with scrap paper. See you guys, have a great weekend. Bye now.